Oh, hang on. Did you guys hear the sound then?
Nope. Thank God.
Hang on, I'm not allowed now. We're
He's
not getting the
not.
sound. We're not getting it. That's upsetting, isn't it?
Not for sale.
It's a gong.
That's so weird. Why hasn't it worked?
Just do your best gong.
Who cares?
It's a rank off. Oh, I'm really upset that gong didn't freaking work. It was working earlier before I went Pete Tong, but
What the frick?
Pete
what
Gong.
the frick, guys? We're
Why?
here. We're doing another Radiohead rank, guys.
Why? I've been trying to get a Block Party one on the go for about a month now. We're doing a fucking second Radiohead one.
No, we're gonna do that next. Next time. So we're doing another Radiohead one. You guys can see it, yeah?
You're so
Why are
thin.
you so thin? Like a bookmark.
I need to see it. Oh. So last time, oh gosh, last time, no one else can see. Only you guys.
I
can
know
see
no
this,
one else
so,
can see this, but it's great.
Last
There we
time
go.
we did the top 10
Flashes now.
singles, UK singles, from the official charts. We
They
weren't
just weren't
good
enough,
happy
were
with,
they?
we weren't happy with them.
Weren't
The
they?
songs that we wanted weren't there. You know, it just wasn't the right vibe. This time we went to our pals at Indieheads subreddit, and we're good friends with them,
Our best mates.
especially the ones that vote in Radiohead's ranks. And this
Just for the individual
Cal.
YouTube video, we started our own subreddit r/Fools on a Hill. Follow it, like
Please.
it, whatever
Oh,
you do on Reddit. Brilliant.
shouldn't be able to see that. So we've gone there. We've got their top 10 list. There are a few in there that were in the old Radiohead video, so we've subbed them out for 11th, 12th, 13th, and 14th in the list. So then, well, I guess they're the last four, are they? That makes sense, doesn't it?
Yes.
Jigsaw through Nude. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll start from 10th place or
Oh, please
14th
do.
or whatever you want to say, and that's
It's
Nude
10 for us.
from In Rainbows. So there's only 3 albums represented here, which is interesting. It's the right choice.
Zunt.
But it's
Yes,
interesting there's
the
no
best albums.
bends, because there are some very good bend songs.
We talked about the best bend one though, I think.
Yeah,
Already.
we did. Did we? On the last one?
Yes, we did. I think we
Okay.
did. Anyway, Nude, as Liam
Nude.
said. Liam, what do you want to rate this, please, my friend?
I'd rate this a slapper, straight up. There's
Oh.
no fucking doubt in my mind this is a slapper.
Okay.
Absolutely, like, incredible song from, like, the offset. The vocals, the reverse vocals at the beginning. It's so, like, emotional. The kind of drop into the verse, where it's just the bass and the drums and the vocals. Perfection.
Yeah,
Slapper.
I would also rate this slapper.
Whatever.
That's
Callum.
the fucking spirit. You
Callum.
need to pick it up for this video, please.
I mean-
immediately pick it up, actually.
No,
I mean,
pick
I'll
up,
be
come
honest.
and pick you up.
I'll be honest.
Unless
This
you want
one
to.
didn't really stick with me.
Oh, come shut the fuck up.
Okay.
I've never
But-
listened to In Rainbows.
So then, not whatever then, but what was your using that knowledge?
Well, no, because clearly you two feel very strongly about it being a slapper. So I would have probably put it in a B because I didn't dislike it, but it just didn't. Especially out of the 10 that we've listened to here, I didn't like it anywhere near as much. But I will allow slaps.
Okay.
well,
thank you.
I think
That's more interesting than just saying whatever. So thank you.
definitely. I think even giving it a B, I think we probably would have still put that on Slapper. I feel like Slapper has a little bit of extra.
We would have
No.
had to have used a card, Liam, and he's allowed it without
no,
a
I
card.
think
So
there's waiting with
Uh,
the Slapper.
no,
I
Well,
don't
you
know
think
if there
if
is.
it's 2 3s and a 1, okay, put it that way, and that becomes 7, and you find the third average of that, it's 2.3 recurring. So it's
Liam,
basically
what's the
3.
next song, please?
The next song is the National Anthem from Kid 8.
Okay. I'm going to just say outright, I tend to skip this one. It becomes too repetitive for me. I like it initially. The bass line is fantastic,
Undeniably.
undeniable, but I get too much of it. I don't need as much of this song as I get. But because I enjoy everything up to a certain point, I'm going to give it an A, but no more. No more!
I'd also give this an A. Yeah, the bass is just absolutely stonking. It's a top tune. Yeah, it's a top tune.
I would put it in Slapper.
Jock.
And I
Is
know
there just quicker? Is there any that you wouldn't on this list?
the bass line, as you touched on, is incredible. I think the vocal production incredible. So like when people talk about Kid A being like changing music entirely, I don't necessarily completely see that picture as someone who's well out of that period of time, but songs like this make it clear where people are coming from. The horns, fuck me, those horns are so good. The unraveling as it goes on, and just the stuff being thrown at him when they play it live, and just shit's being played everywhere. Oh, it's so good, so good. I'm coming after the song
Radiohead.
Kid
Shit's being played everywhere.
A. Shit is being played all over the gaff. Coming after Kid A, which I think is a meh song. It really picks the album back up for the rest. So I would have put it in Slapper, but it's in A.
Thank you.
Thank
Exit
you.
music for a film is the next one. I would say, and if you've watched the video, you know my bias towards Radiohead albums, but this is a slapper in my books.
Yanni, I actually agree with you. This is absolutely stunning. To be honest.
Isn't it?
It really is. That's yeah. I mean, I don't have words, but I don't. It's. Would you say crescendo at the end? It's just whatever it is. Kind of. Just the ending is just absolutely horn-inducing.
The fucking bass sound when it comes in and it drops is just like orgasm everywhere.
Yeah, the bass is unreal. This is one that isn't such a definite slapper for me. Not gonna lie. I don't know if it's just because I don't listen to OK Computer as much. Or this song, it's got such a long kind of intro and kind of build up that I can't always be arsed with. But I definitely.
I don't feel like it. Sorry, I'm going to just argue with it. I don't feel like it has, compared to some Radiohead songs. Every time I listen to this song, I'm always surprised by how quickly that heavier part comes in.
I suppose I think I just can't be bothered with it. Full stop. From the beginning. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
Regardless of, I'm not necessarily saying it's not a really long intro. It just is a not so fun intro. I think.
So where would you put it? Would you put it in A?
I mean, I'll agree with Slapper happily. I'm somewhere between A and Slapper because also I appreciate that whole intro part is like brilliant, and also when it kicks in, it's incredible. So it's a hard thing for me with a lot of these Radiohead songs. I think I had the same thing last time we ranked them. Is I don't want to say like I don't like them or they're bad. Some of them just aren't quite as fun or aren't as.
Don't grab you as much, yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
there's something, but like also I still think they're great, and sometimes I love listening to them. So yeah, it's a tricky one.
The whole like chord sounds that come in on like the second verse, which are like sounds like a chorus of people, but it's quite clearly like a synth sound.
Yeah.
is great, and it's used in the best Black Mirror episodes. This song.
Oh, don't say that.
You need to watch it just for when this song comes on because it's
Which
like
episode's that?
it's the one with the guy from
Shut
the
Up-
end of the
Shut Up and
fucking
Dance.
world.
Yeah, Shut Up and Dance. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Shut
I
Up
know.
and
Yeah. Of course it is. Yeah.
Fantastic.
That is. Yeah, I think that might be the best episode.
Yeah, when this song comes in and that episode as well, it's like
Yeah.
massive.
You know,
Anyway,
Silly.
next song, Jigsaw, Falling Into Place. Mr. Godfrey, it's your turn to speak first again.
Oh, is it? Well,
Yeah.
I won't start my ranking because that's pointless. I don't know how to describe this song other than it being perfect song and inhuman. I don't understand how you can write a song like this, from like every individual instrument to the motion of the song itself, like the vocals. Just it's a slapper. It's a slapper for me.
The acoustic sound on this is so well captured.
Beautiful.
To be honest, the whole album, this album is perfectly produced. Everything sounds fantastic. All the pieces just like a jigsaw fall into place. Yeah, I would quite happily put this in Slapper as well because I think it just is that great. It's one of those dancey Radiohead songs as well, so you can have a good time listening to it.
And the vocals building up as well in energy. Sorry, Carl, to get in, but
That's right.
the way the vocals build up throughout the song is so good. Carl, please.
Couldn't agree more. Fantastic song. Really is fantastic. Everything about it is just. It's just
What was he
This
saying?
is one that I'd actually knew, which I was surprised about. But yeah, no, it is fantastic. I say it all the time, but I want to get into Radiohead, but I just feel overwhelmed.
Just listen to In Rainbows over and over again. That's all I do.
Yeah, yeah.
That's all you really need to. Every so often, put another one on and go, "Wow, this is incredible." I'm gonna go back to In Rainbows though. I'll sit happy in my little colourful land of In Rainbows.
Okay, I'll do that tomorrow for you.
Good lad, I'll do too. 6 times probably. Next song, back to Kid A, is Everything in Its Right Place.
Slapper.
The
Slapper,
intro.
slapperiest of slappers, slaps all over the place. It's one of the best synth sounds of any
Oh
song
boy.
ever.
Oh
Ever.
boy.
Probably my favorite. To be honest, it is my favorite synth sound on any song. It's just perfect. Chords are fantastic. His vocals are great. The manipulation of his vocals as well at the start, where it's it's like in reverse and whatever.
Yeah.
Just what a fucking great song.
I actually couldn't agree more. Yeah, the chopped vocals are just. Yeah, it turns out Radiohead are good guys.
to make music. I know they've been long time collaborators with Nigel Godrich. It was this album him as well, I'm assuming. I can't really check, so I can't go on the internet. But like the production on this song particularly is just otherworldly, like incredible. The way just things come in and drop out, and the chopped vocals and stuff, as you've all mentioned, all the synth sounds, so good, and that like really kind of very low, just like a heartbeat drum beat.
Yeah.
It's almost like you actually can't like place it. It's just there somewhere.
It was Godrich, by the way.
Great. It's just like it's like there's a club like down the road or something. That's that
Yeah.
that kick sounds like.
Everything in its right place from the bathrooms.
Yeah, literally. But yeah, that synth opening, unbelievable. Every time it gets to me, I've shown Yanni this before, but my 3DS, I've got a custom Radiohead theme on it. So when you turn it on, it just plays that, and then like does like half of the song and then loops again. But I love it every time I turn it on.
Well, speaking about loving it every time we put it on, next one. Oh, that Slapper. Put that in.
Oh, sorry, I forgot. I was charged.
Just shouting shit. Idioteque is the next one.
This is my time to shine, boys.
Here he is.
Go on, Carl. Take it away, honey.
Put it straight in the slapper, please.
Drop it in there.
This is one. I think this was actually. I mean, obviously, other than Just and Creep, probably the first Radiohead track that I knew. Which seems strange, but my God, is it good? Many a time have I tried to hit the high notes. In my head, I think it sounds great. It definitely won't. But it's just, you just can't sit still, can you, when it's on?
No, I can't right now put it on, and I can't not sit still.
Yeah, I mean that's it.
Feet
It's
all
just
bouncing.
fucking fantastic.
Yeah, infectious. All the little sounds are great. It's so minimalistic, really, when you think about it.
Mhm.
Mainly, it's just a drum beat throughout the whole thing, and occasionally those synths come in. Those rising synths, and then Tom doing all the range. But then there's little bits come in, little weird things happening every now and then that just make it sound so good and don't make it boring. It is over 5 minutes long, the song, just about, but it's just keeps you enthralled in its grasp.
Yeah, because it's got quite a long outro of it just kind of being the drum beat over and over again, but still, that's just great. I mean, as you say, it's kind of the whole song anyway, so it doesn't really matter too much. It
The little
doesn't feel like
That's it.
it's unnecessary.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing I can disagree with there. Really, just great. It's interesting to see that this list is very heavy on like the very strong Tom vocal performances. Not saying that like not all Radiohead songs are great performances, but these are some of the best examples of his vocals being used in a really good way. So that's that. And next up is another example of that. It's Reckoner.
Yeah.
The drum. Someone else speak.
Yeah, I mean, okay, well, I'll try and carry on from where you left off there. The drums in this sound fantastic. It's one of the few times on this album where the drums aren't dead dry. There's a lot of room to them, and it just works so well. The guitar that's being played is beautiful, and Tom's vocal performance really shines in this. The outro, or sort of, yeah, I suppose it is the outro. Because we separate like in rainbows, ripples on a blank shore in rainbows. It's just a great song. Good song.
I do think it's an interesting one on this list. Not because it's not a great song. It just, I mean, maybe it's just because it's not. I wouldn't necessarily think of it straight away as one of my like top 5 favorite radio songs, or even top 10. Although I do love it. I mean, they just have a lot of other very good songs. And for it to be like number 4 on this list is interesting. I wouldn't argue with them. I think it's absolutely a phenomenal song.
Fight it out, mate.
You know, just like the strings coming in just at the end. Like, who thinks of things like that? Do you know what I mean? Like,
Radiohead.
Unbelievable. Like, how do you achieve that level of like just pure musical like virtuoso? Like, it's
all right. Someone stop him before he creams.
This, especially out of this list, this is the first one where I can see how much Everything Everything are inspired by Radiohead.
Yeah.
And I love Everything. So good they named them twice. So yeah, big fan of this. I don't think I've ever heard it before listening
Really?
to. I don't think so. Maybe, but I mean, not to the point where I'm familiar with it. But it's wonderful. But I don't think I'm going to put it in Slapper just because I'm very wary. There's 6 in there already, or 5 or whatever. And yeah, so I'll just little A.
Yeah,
little A for me.
Did you give it a number? I forgot we were doing this, to be honest.
I didn't give it a rating. I think compared to it's a Slapper.
I'm gonna say A, because I think at some point, yeah, are we gonna like compare these songs within them? This, or is it all just gonna end up being slappers? But
Pulp
like,
have really got a. Oh, is it Blair? Running for the best band in the world.
Yeah, no, I think Radiohead take it. Because I mean, fucking the next song, How to Disappear Completely. I don't know what to say. Yeah, I don't know what to say about this song. I don't know if you guys have watched that video on YouTube. I can't remember who it was that did it, that breaks it down. And it's just mind blowing. And the thing that pointed out to me, which I've never noticed before, it is a really off note that's played through the whole thing. And it sounds off now because I'm aware of it. But like, it fits perfectly somehow. And
it's just not fitted in.
It's just
like
it disappears
like
completely.
Tom in this song.
Yeah. But yeah, like wow, like just emotional, just the journey of the song is like amazing. Again, some phenomenal Tom vocals. Someone else talk, please.
I don't think I can really do much more justice than that.
I definitely can't.
So is it Slapper?
Yeah, go on. Why not?
It's a Slapper, but because it's a very slow one, and because
it's not traditional Slapper.
Yeah,
traditional sense.
So this is what I mean. I think we've got a problem with it. I think it's an A+.
Is this a mutiny? Are you guys mutinying?
A plus.
Okay, so
because we don't have that, we'll put it in Slapper. We'll round up.
Well, no, let's put it in A. I mean, it's all the same thing, isn't it?
This one, however, is an A.
Yeah, let down.
Yeah.
Not a letdown. This I'm quite happy with saying A for this one, just off the bat. I like it. Seems like a really random choice to have in this list compared to the other songs we've got going on. Me and Liam watched a video of someone making Nintendo 64 remakes of the song, and that version of this song in my eyes, was better than this actual song. Although it did make me appreciate the song more going back to it. But yeah, it's a beautiful song. But it's not one that I often think about really, or would go to put on. But I wouldn't skip it. There's that.
Yeah, I'm pretty much the same. Like, it's just not one I'd ever think about. But yeah, listening to it for the purpose of this, it really is great. And you know the chorus, like when it gets to let down, hanging around part, is so pretty. But yeah, I think it's wild. This is second. Wild.
Well, as someone who's not really familiar with the back catalogue, is OK Computer considered a bit more of a mainstream one?
It's considered
because
their
this-
best by a lot.
Yeah, it's the best.
This seems like some of the tracks I know Exit Music's from this album, but the 9 we've covered so far are very Radiohead, if you get what I mean. This kind of feels like quite a lot of tracks that were out in 1997.
Feels very 90s, doesn't it? Whereas the
Does,
other ones
yeah.
don't. They
No,
feel sort of like
they're
they don't-
Radiohead.
Yeah, they don't
they're on
feel
their
like
own.
there's a time
Yeah.
for them. It's just
Whereas
they're there.
I'm not saying that this is going to sound awful. Please do not clip this.
Go on.
Go on.
But this song it wouldn't be done anywhere near as well. I would like to stress that. But it kind of feels like something Feeder would have done. Or The Verve or someone like... Maybe not The Verve,
What's,
but like...
The Fray.
They're very after this.
But are they?
The Fray were like
Yes.
2007, weren't they?
Really? How'd Save
Yeah.
Life?
Yeah. That was like
But they were
2007.
definitely pulling on something from that same time, though.
Maybe. But yeah, this kind of feels like that type of thing. It's obviously still wonderful. I'm not trying to shit on it because it is lovely. But this doesn't feel explicitly Radiohead. This feels quite generic again is the wrong word, but it feels of the time rather than of the band. Which might be a good thing. Maybe I should listen to OK Computer first. I definitely will. I'll do in
It's a
Rainbows.
bit more. It's a bit more Benzy.
That means
Yeah.
nothing. That means
It's a
nothing
bit-
to me
it's
as someone
more,
who
it's
hasn't.
more. I'd say older Radiohead, but let's ignore Pablo Honey. The
Mm.
band is the Benz is the first album. It's
Yeah.
more that than what was to come, which is everything else on this list. Have you listened to the Benz much, Carl?
No.
I think it's a very good album, personally, but it's the most different out of all their albums, apart from like the last one, I suppose. You could say. So Let Down. Where are we putting this, guys?
Let's say A.
A.
Yes, fair. Okay, and okay. Weird Fish's Arpeggi is number one.
A
the number
slapper,
one
slapper,
Indieheads
right in the
song.
slapper box,
Yeah,
please.
I mean, let's put it there and let's talk about it. Go on, let's talk about it.
One of the best songs ever in the world of music. It is that good.
Can't argue with that.
Yeah, again, inhuman song. Like, who
Yeah.
thinks of this? Who comes up with this? I mean, I'm just gonna say, like, In Rainbows. We need to do a classic at some point. In Rainbows. But what an
Feel like we've
album!
done it.
They were the absolute pinnacle of their music creativity at that point. And just it's a magical album, I think. And this is one of those songs that it transcends time, space, and anything you can possibly believe in, because it's
think
magical.
I've mentioned it when we've talked about it before, but every single time, without fail, when the backing vocals, Mango is in Not Your Time to Speak, when the backing vocals come in on like the second verse, the
Mhm.
high part.
Yep.
Tension. It's so
Yep.
simple, but it's just it's
EOB.
perfect.
Yeah, really good.
Yeah.
So that's I suppose that's it then. That's it. Yeah. That's
Nice
pretty nice.
unbiased ranking. I mean, I suppose it is unbiased because I'm here. Not really. I don't have any, loyalty.
Yep.
They're just that bloody good.
They're
Skin in
just
the game.
that bloody good, guys.